Sebastian Vettel proved he's still capable of acting like a world champion as he spent the entire race whining on the radio. Welcome to Race Weekend Update for the 2022 Abu Dhabi Formula One Grand Prix at Yas Marina. My name is Stacey Hewen, and let's get right into it. Floor damage early, hydraulic issues near the end, and no win in sight. If Lewis Hamilton's season could be summed up in a single race, it would be this one. Mick Schumacher gave Nicholas Latifi a gentle yeet midway through the race, causing them both to do a really satisfying synchronized spin. Given the careers these two have both had, I think this was a more fitting send-off than if they had done donuts. Mick Schumacher went to do donuts and was immediately scolded by Haas. Shortly afterwards, Günther Steiner kicked a puppy and shut down an orphanage. Ferrari and Charles Leclerc managed to clinch second in both the Constructors' and Drivers' Championships. While thanking the team over the radio, Charles hit the drink button and ended up choking, which I think sums up Ferrari and his season pretty well. Sergio Perez only managed to finish third despite being in the best car on newer tires and with a better strategy. Checo was checked into hospital shortly after the race screaming, "I don't know how this happened, but I'm Rubens Barrichello now. Please believe me, this isn't my life." Now that the season is over and we can see that swapping places in Brazil wouldn't have helped Checo get second place, surely the animosity towards Max will end. I mean, it has to, right? Mercedes delivered Nick de Vries to AlphaTauri following the race in a fun little bit of hijinks. Now all Nick has to do is get into the same room as Max, bite down onto a fake tooth to release the poison gas within it, and exhale it onto him. Daniel Ricciardo was crying on the radio thanking his team for their time over the last 2 years, but it was hard to hear his tears over the sobs of the Netflix producers who were ugly crying at the thought of losing Daniel Ricciardo for next season. Danny Rick was being pressured quite hard to try IndyCar and NASCAR during the post-race show, but he did a great job resisting and sticking to his guns, insisting that he will watch but he won't try it. As they say, Murica, not even once. Speaking of Murica, Will Buxton told Patricio O'Ward that he looked like Woody from Toy Story.
You look like Woody out of Toy Story.
Is that good or bad thing?
Because apparently Will has never seen George Russell? Now that we're halfway through the video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, as those buttons provide me with direct social validation, which we all know is the currency of the New World Order. Now over to the Canadian Positivity Guy.
Well, you've heard the British guys enough, so why don't you listen to somebody else for a change?
I went to a kegger last night and today I had wicked barley gut. So the whole time I was watching the race, I was ripping wicked dingers that had a sulfury scent to them. Oh God, still ripping them. And that pretty much summarizes what the race was like. Hamilton and Alonso shit their depends. Perez crapped the bed, and Vettel's strategy was dog shit. All the old guys had races that ended up shittier than my Calvins. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Mattia Binotto is confident he will be back next season. "Don't worry, I'm right behind you," he said to his fellow soldiers before he ran off to buy them some time. Mattia Binotto was never seen again. Toto Wolff criticized Günther Steiner for his treatment of Mick Schumacher, saying, "He comes from the mountains, the air is thinner up there, so it's difficult to think clearly," which I think is some weird European version of racism. Fernando Alonso started and finished his career with Alpine with a retirement. When asked about his terrible luck, Alonso revealed that during his retirement, he was a tomb raider, and he was cursed after opening a mummy's sarcophagus, which, when you think about it, is really the only reasonable explanation for his terrible luck this season. Now for the spicy meme of the week, this one is called "So Long, Seb," which was posted to Our Formula Dank by JT Trippy, and it's a picture of George Russell saying "So long, partner" to Sebastian Vettel. Real tearjerker. But this week I've decided we're going to do 3 spicy memes of the week. So here are the other 2. We got "Bye W13 Won't Miss Ya" by RX Envier, and "Still a Great Driver Though" by For Real No Cap Bussin' 33, both in Formula Dank. The first one is Lewis Hamilton throwing the W13 out to sea, and the second one is Shocked Pikachu with the text, "When people find out Checo is not a once-in-a-generation talent." It's been a hell of a season, so please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to continue making videos during the off-season, and also thank you to my patrons Olaf Mittelstadt and Robert L. Check out patreon.com/Fiends so that you can support the channel and get more from Fiends, where the F1 never ends.